Hey y'all, iRig Sky here, and I want to talk about why some photographers choose to not use zoom lenses. Now, a zoom lens obviously is something, a very popular zoom lens would be a 24 to 70 millimeter zoom lens. Now, the value of a zoom lens is obviously that someone can go very wide, you know, if they want to catch a landscape photo or for video, they can go really wide to that 24 millimeter. Or if they're going to want to get a really good portrait of a person up close, they could zoom all the way into 70 millimeter. Or, you know, or anywhere in the middle. You know, if you're in a space where you may have subjects at different lengths from the photographer, at different distances rather from the photographer, having that zoom lens may be a lot more convenient. But then this video is all about why do a lot of photographers like to use non-zoom lenses, or prime, P-R-I-M-E lenses. What I've got right here is one of my favorite non-zoom lenses, prime lenses, and it's my portrait lens. This lens, and you can expand this video's description and then check the link there to find where to order it online. But this lens is an 85 millimeter, so it's going to have more reach. It's going to be more zoomed in, you know, than that 24 to 70 millimeter zoom example I was talking about. So this is fixed. It's a fixed focal length, so it's going to always be 85 millimeter. And it's what's important about this, and some lenses even have different apertures, but this one, if you look at the lens, it says Sonnar 1.8 85. The 1.8 is the aperture. So when I take this lens, even your best, a lot of your best zoom lenses, they're typically going to top, and again, the best ones are typically going to top out at 2.8. More common, probably 5.6 for the aperture. This is 1.8. So what does that mean? And why do a lot of photographers like to use these prime lenses instead of zoom lenses? Well, you can check out my website and check out a lot of my photography there, and you'll see that a lot of my photos of people, and you know, including myself and animals and this, that, and the other, those photos, if you look at them, you're like, man, why does this person look almost 3D? You know, why do they look like they're popping out of the photo? And that's something referred to as subject isolation. So when you're dealing with a fixed focal length lens, non-zoom, prime, whatever you want to call it, this lens right here, for example, the 85 millimeter, when you're dealing with that non-zoom lens, you're getting typically better aperture. So I'm able to use an f1.8 aperture, which means if I'm photographing a subject with this lens, I can isolate that subject very well from the background. So it creates the visual effect that person's popping out of the photo, because what it's done, it's, you know, they're in peak focus. Optimally, their eyes are in peak focus, so you're seeing that, and it's like boom, you know, and then everything behind them, it's just kind of blurred out, and that's because of something referred to as depth of field, which you can check out my subscribe to my channel, and then check out my photography tutorial playlist, and you'll be able to find out more about how to take advantage of depth of field. But for the purposes of this video, you know, that's why a lot of photographers they don't like to use zoom lenses. They like to use a prime fixed focal length or non-zoom lens, whatever you want to call it. They often prefer these because they can better isolate the subject from the background due to the often greater aperture that these fixed focal length lenses provide. So I hope this video is of value. You know, obviously it is worth mentioning that, you know, carrying around multiple lenses for a lot of people is often less convenient, especially if you're in dusty or sandy environments where changing a lens in the field may introduce dust and or other debris into the camera body. So that's one reason that a lot of people prefer the zoom lenses, because they can just put them on and they can zoom among the various focal lengths as needed. But for your studio photographer or your serious photographer and videographer such as myself, you're probably going to find that a lot of the people are going to prefer non-zoom lenses over zooms, just because of that, you know, what I just mentioned, you know, being able to better isolate the subject from the background and create that very highly professional look, you know, and really put your subject, make your subject the center of attention versus the environment that can create confusion. for the viewer. So thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to youtube.com/IRichsGuy. And be sure to ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. And if you like this video, click that like button, comment below, tell me what you think, and stay tuned for a lot more photography tutorial videos here soon. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, IRichsGuy here. Thanks again for your viewership. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. If you're looking for IRichsGuy's Adventure Channel merch, like this t-shirt and a lot of other cool stuff, expand this video's description. You can find it all there. Y'all have a good day.